Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at the pedal assembly. Now that I got the seats situated, I can finally get back to the pedals and kind of tie everything in. So I'll show you what I got working on right now. I already started a little bit and I'm kind of just going for it. Right, so I already got two master cylinders. I'm waiting on a third one, but this will get me going. It gives me the clearance I need and kind of gives me a ballpark figure where this is going to sit and where there's room and whatnot. So what I have so far is this one little bracket right here. This one little bracket I started making. It's just some 3/16 steel flat stock, and I got two captive nuts welded to it. So I'm gonna go off of this plate here and kind of get this mounted in the car, and then build off of it. There's two more mounting points on the other side of this assembly, but I want to focus on the left side first. All right, let's see what this thing looks like, kinda. So I got my plate right here. I'm probably gonna do like an L bracket off of it and just like weld it to the side of this panel, tied into this strut tower here. Kind of just like form it all in, make it nice and strong. I just don't know how high I want this yet. I'm kind of like thinking I want it as low as I can go without hitting the floor. So I'm thinking somewhere right around here maybe. I just don't know if I want to tilt this a little bit or not. I got adjustments in the master cylinders because I don't want the pedals to push all the way forward and hit the firewall. So I do want some room behind there. Yeah, I'll play around with it. I'll find a good spot and then I'll kind of check back in. Before I go along with the pedal box assembly a little bit further, I'm going to cut some of this off, and some of it back here, you can't really see it, but I kind of have to refine this before I start welding in those brackets in, because this is kind of ugly up here. And I kind of want to straighten it out and put some strength back in. And this is going to be a spot where these aren't bolted together. I'm going to fully just weld this in and make this subframe basically just attached for good. As you can see up there, it's a little filthy. So I'm going to cut that out and straighten it out. But basically the pedal box is going to sit behind here. And I want to clean all this up too. I'm going to cut all this out, kind of redo it. I want to do both sides, but not that side today. Just play with this side for now. If I don't do this now, and once I weld in those pedal boxes, it's going to be a hell of a time. How do I want to do this? I am just shooting sparks straight over my seats. Something like that. Alright, so this is all cut off now. This is looking pretty cruddy. Thought about this for a good 2 minutes. My plan is to, I want to blend in this piece of metal with this piece. So I'm going to put a whole new piece of steel right here, weld it in, grind it back smooth, make it look like one piece, and kind of fill in the top up here and blend that all in. And then after that, I'll grind down the top of this, take these two bolts out, and blend all that in with a flat piece of steel. But I'm going to cut some of the back here, give me more room over here for the brake pedal assembly. I'll cap off the front as well. I'm probably going to weld this to the subframe first before I put the plates over it. And of course put some primer in between. Same goes for the back there as well. Alright, I got a plate made. It's slightly bigger than the size I actually need. I just got a couple of tacks at the bottom, and I already primed the inside with just a little bit of paint. So I'm going to fully weld this in and then straighten out the top here, grind it back smooth, and do some more welding. But this will be nice and smooth once it's good. Alright, let's see if we can close up this gap right here. I got to squeeze this shut. It's almost there. All right, with this clamped, it's still springy. What I can do is throw a couple tacks back here, take the clamp off, then I can continue hammering it, do some more tacks. And I'll get to a point where I can grind down all smooth, but I'll just have to like work my way into it. Getting there. Now I just gotta make it look pretty. Sheesh, that looks like crap, huh? Fuck. It's not a very good spot to get hand tools in here, never mind power tools, but I'm making way. All right, I got this little area all cleaned up. Over here, I got some primer inside, so I'm gonna put this plate on and start welding it in. All right, I got the pedal box in a spot where I think I might like it. I already had it in one spot over here, but I had to cut it and move down just a little bit. Right as of now, I'm having a hard time fitting the power assisted steering column back into the car, but I just moved this down a couple of inches. Well, maybe a full inch. I moved it down. I think it's gonna give me the clearance I need. I might have to modify this bolt right here just a little bit. But I can move the pedals forward more if need be. It's just kind of weird to bend around this and then go to the steering rack down below. So I'm gonna try and get this thing fitted. As you can see, it's kind of hitting that bolt on the pedal box assembly right back there. I'm also trying to get this in a spot where I'd like it. Ooh. Too high up. I'm thinking I want this somewhere over here like this, but I just don't know if it's gonna bind up on the U-joints over here. Which it looks like it's going to. It's not looking too good, guys. But also, I'm trying to realize or rethink the whole steering column thing, the power assist. All right, so I don't think this is gonna fit the way I first intentionally wanted it to. It seems to be hitting the pedal box assembly, and the motor part might get in the way of where I want to put the gauges at some point in the future. I'm trying to really think if I really absolutely need this or not. It's not needed at all, 100% not needed. The cars came like this, out of the factory with no power steering. The only reason I wanted to do this, it's a little different. I thought it was kind of neat. It's cool. The car might be a little bit heavier up front as opposed to as the stock Mini. So I wanted a little help in turning. That being said, the R1 doesn't have power steering, and that's just fine. There's no reverse, kinda. There kinda is, kinda isn't. And when you're at a standstill and you're trying to turn, it's a little tough. Not tough, but compared to Mini Rick with the assist, it's really, really nice. And I do like it. So that was the whole thing. I wanted to mimic that one. But I also don't want it to be all bunched up. I kind of want it simple in this car as much as possible. So I might just do a straight column for now and kind of see how the build goes. I'd rather have the pedals in a good feeling spot. I think I can do fine without the power steering. There's really no need for it. It's just something I wanted to do because it's kind of neat. Just to say I could do it. The other car already has it, but right now is the time to decide. So I don't know. I might have one more look at it, but I might just end up going to a straight column. All right, guys. I'm just gonna leave the pedal box where it is. I've decided I am just gonna go back to a manual steering column. So just an overall, I did one of the towers, I redid that. And I messed about this pedal box probably a couple times now. Maybe it's in 6 different spots total, but I think it's in a spot where it feels pretty good to the floor height and where your feet hits the pedal. It feels pretty good. There's just a couple of tacks holding it in. So yeah, I wanna leave it right where it's tacked in for now, in case I gotta move it again. But for now, I'll leave you on that. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.